Hey guys, Matt, Kentucky Range Time, and I'm back this evening with another little project. I'm going to be converting some nickel-plated 223 brass to 300 blackout. I've got some special bullets coming in here later this week that I want to load in 300 blackout, and I think they're going to pop in this nickel-plated case. So I'm going to run about 30 of these this evening. I'm going to do this old school. The Harbor Freight mini cut-off saw and the little push-through jig and everything that you can get and do this makes this a breeze. But I got into 300 blackout when the caliber was still, probably around a year old. I was able to get 120 pieces of factory ammo right off the bat, and then that was it. I didn't see any 300 blackout factory ammo on the shelf for over a year, and so I pretty much within a couple of months had bought a set of dies, and then a month after that, 3 months after I got it, you couldn't even find dies. The caliber went popular really quick. You couldn't get ammo, you couldn't get dies, and there for a while you couldn't even find 30 cal bullets that were very suitable for 300 blackout. But so I started doing these, and I actually converted a couple of thousand of these old school way using a bandsaw and a little crow trimmer, and running these through my sizing die and everything. So I'm going to do about 30 of these this evening. I'm going to do some short video clips, maybe some pictures as I go, and I'll compile all this in order of the steps that I go through to convert this brass. And at the end of this, if you got any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you. And then probably here in about a week, probably by the time Christmas is done over, I should have some nice pictures up of this converted brass with these bullets in it. So just keep an eye out for that. All right, let's get going. Okay, so that gets all the cases cut on the bandsaw. You can see that was kind of noisy, but it's really quick. That's a 24 tooth blade. An 18 tooth blade doesn't work as well. It really wants to grab those cases, especially when it cuts through the far side. But 24T works really good on the bandsaw blade. So it's fast. It's probably as fast as using the chop saw. The biggest thing here is I'm probably trimming a little less off of these cases than what I would if I had a jig that was cutting me off at the exact right length every time, which means I'll have more to trim later when I come back to trim these. But as far as being able to just sit down and do a small batch, this is about as good as it gets. All right, next step I do is a real quick inside-outside ream. These things come off the bandsaw with a pretty good little bunch of sharp edges on it, so I'll do a quick inside-outside ream here on the prep station, and once I do that, they'll be ready to lube up and send through the sizing die. Okay, so we got a inside-outside chamfer done on these things, got rid of all the sharp edges. Next up, I'm getting ready to lube these things up, and then I'm going to run them through the press over here. Okay, so my method of case lubrication is liquid lanolin and alcohol. I'll do 1 squirt in there since we're on 30 cases here, and simply seal these up. 1 to 2 squirts will do 100, 150, 200 cases. So it doesn't really take a lot of this. You just want to jiggle them up real good. Let's see what they get. Pick all that up, and then they transfer it back to the other cases. And then we're going to pour these out here, and we're going to give them not very long. These things dry really quick. The alcohol evaporates away really quick, leaving a really thin coating of that lanolin on these cases. So that's what we're shooting for. So we'll give that just a second to dry. All right, so I had my decapper rod out of this die earlier, and I had to take a minute and get that put back in, but here we go. So I have lubed these cases. Now, I like to double strike these cases. It allows it to go in. And I think it just creates a better edge on that neck. Okay, so we've got all the necks formed. These have all been put through the die. And as you can see here, we've got our case, got our neck, and we got our run out on our length. And you can see some of these are actually cut a little crooked, just the way I put them through the bandsaw. That's all going to get trimmed away here in just a minute when I hit the trim station. So we've got to trim these, do another inside-outside ream, and we've got to cut out the crimp out of the primer pocket, and that'll be our next stages. Okay guys, so we've got these, actually ran these through the tumbler and got some of that lubricant off of these. So as you can see here, we've got to do a finish trim on these and get these down to the right length. I've already got this set for the right depth, and we'll do a trim and an inside-outside ring. You can see that comes out with a nice, clean, flat finish edge on it. Inside-outside camper just finishes it up real nice, ready to load. That one was cut almost perfect. I got a full cut all the way around, but I just barely even felt it touch. All right, guys, so I'm done with all this now. I've actually put these back in the tumbler to run them and get all the extra lubricant. I did run these all back through the sizing die one more time after I got them trimmed, just to make sure that I had all the necks and everything good. And so, guys, so here's the finished product. I've got those bullets coming, and this is not enough to load all those bullets, but it wasn't my intent to load all of them. I want to load a few of them up, and I'll actually have some pictures posted up probably after Christmas. If you guys are watching this on YouTube and you don't subscribe to my Instagram account, go over there and check that out, because I am an Instagram page first, focusing on pictures. Videos and YouTube are secondary. So I've got some pretty cool pictures of reloading stuff for the last couple of years over there, that if you're interested in those odds and ends and quirky cap stuff, go check that out too. These were 223 nickel cases, and I have converted them to 300 blackout, and I'll be loading up some special bullets in them next week. So anyway, keep an eye out for that. As always, if you got any questions, leave them in the comments. Matt from Kentucky Range Time. I'll catch you guys later.